Alrighty. Okay. First day after 14 months not working out. Okay. Now, just to recap. Okay. I joined this new gym. I'm hoping this stuff works. I'm going to try this like this now. You got to forgive my crappy equipment. I do plan on upgrading it. All my friends and family laugh at me because I'm the computer guy. Anyway, so this was my first workout after 14 months of hell. Let's just call it that, okay? Basically, this gym that I joined up locally here in New Jersey, I do not like it, but it's going to have to do for now. Okay, I probably shouldn't went there during the peak hours, as they say. Okay, basically, I just did some leg curls, some leg extensions, and a leg press machine just to feel them out, see if I like the equipment. Normally, I only work out in the winter, and this is basically almost summer here. They were coming in hordes now because, summer's right around the corner over here on the East Coast. So, everybody's anxious to get into their little bikini, I did fail to do a couple of things. You want to be prepared when you first sign up for a gym. Nowadays you can easily go online and see what their shtick is online and read their contracts. Okay, I asked that fella a lot of questions. I failed to go online first. If you can sign up online, read it all. Okay, but they're very nice people. I thought the gym was cleaner than what it was. It's not. Okay, lot of distractions. Much to my surprise at this particular gym, I thought I was going to be the oldest guy there. There was a lot of elderly people there. It was very refreshing to see. Most likely because this is a beach town down by Atlantic City. It's, everybody goes to the beach, so, everybody's worried about what everybody thinks how they're gonna look. Okay, that's why 99.9% of those folks were there. I know it and you know it. Okay, and basically a lot of fancy treadmills. Much to my surprise, I was watching the Animal Channel or whatever the hell it was. It was a distraction. I shut it off. There's way too many bells and whistles. What I'd like to do is to go over that in a separate video on how to use this equipment, because people were coming up next to me on the treadmills, and a lot of times they see the gray hair. They know I'm experienced, I can't help you while I'm doing my workout. I'm sorry. Although, much to my surprise again, there was children there. Now, they had a little back room, I guess, for like a little daycare center. I would imagine if you're a single parent or whatever, you have to pay extra for that. I don't know. This gentleman put his son on a treadmill and just walked away from him. And the kid was probably like 10 or 12 years old, I guess. And he didn't hook up the safety line. I had to tell the kid to do, because that was something I couldn't turn my back on, okay? But basically, be prepared. I wasn't prepared, okay? I didn't have my lock. I didn't have my little pack that I carry with me with my keys and stuff. Unfortunately, I'm on call. I have to hold my cell phone with me. And again, people laugh at me because I'm a computer guy and I got a flip phone. That's another story, okay? But, you gotta really think about what you're doing here. You need to love yourself, and you need to care more about yourself than your cell phone. Everybody had their cell phone out, okay? Now, there is a mechanism where you can, they integrate your cell phones with these treadmills and stuff. I think it's a bad idea, okay? The treadmill already has stuff on it, way too much distraction, okay? About 5 people that were next to me, they didn't understand how to use the thing. Okay, even as an expert in technology, it took me a minute to figure it out, but, I just used the basic stuff and just controlled it manually. I don't know how accurate it is on it, but it did have a heart monitor on it. You can get those heart monitors. I would suggest if you're up in age, it's probably a good thing. or if you have any kind of cholesterol problem, if you're going in, even if you're young, definitely monitor that stuff. Make sure you're in the clear before you do any kind of stuff. But basically, I jumped in and just to test the equipment today, of course. I did minimal workout. I did some leg curls, leg extension, leg press, because that's why I primarily go to a gym when I don't have a home gym. But unfortunately, right at this point in time, I do not have a home gym, so I'm going to have to use all their equipment. And, I took some time to scope it out and see what they got. You want to be prepared. I have my water bottle, of course. I don't know if you're like me or not, but I'm not a little germophobic. I'm a lot germophobic, okay? You want to make sure you don't touch your face and wipe your face while you're touching this equipment. There's things like impetigo, herpes, ringworm, all kinds of fungus and things like that you can acquire from this equipment. I don't care what anybody says or tells you, okay? I saw very few people wiping off the equipment. I saw a lot of ripped up, like the seats and stuff on the equipment, which is fine. I could work out in a cave. I don't care. Okay. But that might be something that you want to consider because you're probably going to get on a yearly plan or whatever. Now you got to remember, people say, oh, you got to join a gym. Oh, you got to join a gym. Guess what? There's a lot of gyms that have no contract anymore. Okay. That's what you got to look into. Okay. You got to do diligence on that. I can give you a list across the country on the East Coast and everything of how to join a gym properly so you don't get screwed by yourself. You got to remember, this is like any other business. These folks, they have you sign that contract because they're in business to make money, okay? And you can't blame them for that. You got to do your research, and you got to, it's buyer beware, okay, like anything else, okay? I failed to do that online, but I did, talk to the gentleman that signed me up quite a bit and asked a lot of questions. I did a 3-month plan, and then when I got online, he was truthful to me. It had his name in there, and also it had, my 3-month plan that did not renew. Okay, so you got to think about it. And I would suggest you do that first, okay? Because here's the deal. Everybody tells you, oh, you got to join a gym. This is a great gym. You got to join the gym. You got to join the gym. The gym isn't going to suck you out of bed and drag you in there and do the workout for you. And if you're anybody that I'm talking to and sees this video, if you've joined a gym in your life and you didn't go and you paid that $300 for that year, or maybe 2 years, okay, simply because they're taking out $20 a month, okay, you just did yourself a financial injustice, but also you didn't love yourself enough to go to do that gym, okay? So I commend anybody for trying anything to make themselves better in any way, even though a lot of these folks I can tell, especially now because I've been here since December of 2018, and I drove by that gym a couple of times when it was real cold and it was absolutely empty. Okay, now normally I only work out in the winter. All right, and I'll explain that to you in my system, why I do that. And I'm talking with bodybuilding, resistance exercise. I do cardio and other things all year round, but as far as actually plowing those weights and really getting into it, digging in, I only do that during the winter months. And then I rest and recover for the whole entire summer. It's a phenomenal way to work out. Okay? And you build long-lasting muscle mass, okay? Now, basically, what I did was, I've been carbo loading, just like professional athletes, I've been carbo loading for the last week. I like to do it a week at a time, and usually I carbo load anyway, again, because my job is very demanding. I would suggest if you have a sit-down job or not a very demanding job, okay, I would suggest you jump on a treadmill first. Okay, and even that you got to be careful, okay? I see people, and what happens when I get on a treadmill, all right? Minimum 70 minutes on the treadmill. Okay? Minimum 70 minutes on the treadmill. Now, it seems to me that nobody has patience for this, or they seem to think if you run very fast for 20 minutes, you're doing good. And again, anything that you do to try and increase your metabolism is going to do justice for you. But you're in this for the long haul, okay? And if you want to utilize the equipment right, you want to utilize a treadmill properly, 70 minutes at a time, no less, okay? I have gone more without realizing it, okay? So, but basically, you got to remember our ultimate goal here is to love yourself. Learn how to love yourself. Do not worry about the way the world perceives you, okay? And I know it seems like I'm sitting here judging people, okay? I do feel sad for them. But I'm just trying to explain to you what it's like to join a gym. Okay, and you don't have to join the gym anywhere. I'm going to put together a little home gym program. Okay, and you're going to love it. It's going to be a way of life. It's for somebody who's at rock bottom and for somebody who's actually never worked out in their life. Okay, and it's going to teach you how to love yourself at home. Basically, there's nothing wrong with that. You want to be prepared. I had my post meal in my truck just immediately after I got out of there, even though I just did a minimal workout, okay? A lot of people have misconceptions about that. I see hordes of these energy bars, and they got a smoothie bar there, and it's probably loaded with, chemicals and sugar in that stuff that they're pumping out in there. And they show all these rewards to try and market it. And again, that's their prerogative. That's their business. That's what they do, okay? So they're not bad people. It's not a bad business. That's just what they do. They're in business to make money, okay? And I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm trying to help you here because I want to make money off of my knowledge. I'm not just gonna give this stuff away for free. And we've only touched the tip of the iceberg here, okay? So basically, you want to be prepared. I forgot my lock. I didn't forget it. It's packed somewhere in my storage. So I had to get a new lock. I had to get a new pack that I carry around with me. And you got to watch, okay, because there's different kind of germs, okay? I'm a little bit of a germophobic, but also, too, you got to remember, I didn't see anybody wiping off the machines in this gym. Much to my surprise, there was children running around. Okay, that was a huge distraction. You want to go when it's non-peak hours. I should have did my research a little bit better, but I've got some appointments today and stuff that I got to do, so I kind of just fit it in, and I'm very anxious to get started. Okay, so basically, find out the peak hours and stuff like that. That's all going to be, again, in my program on how to join a gym. You want to be comfortable there. I'm not going to sit here and knock the gym. It's a great facility. It's just not for me. It's only a temporary thing. Also, too, again, you got to remember, you join a gym. It's not going to suck you out of your house, okay, to do the workout. But I had a very successful start here. Okay, I'm very happy with it. I feel like today I've loved myself more than I did yesterday. Okay, because I actually took action in my life to increase my health I'm stronger now, even though it's one workout, but the stronger I get, the more I'll be able to protect myself against disease, injury and whatever, terrorism, whatever, stress in my life. I work out because I want to make everything else in my life easier, aside from loving myself and loving this body that God has given me. Okay, so you got to take this seriously. Okay, be happy. Don't make it a chore. Don't make it a project. Forget about what everybody else is doing. Forget about everybody else and what they're thinking about you, okay? Don't get discouraged. You gotta love yourself. Take it seriously. Love yourself, okay? It's gonna happen for you. It's gonna happen for you. If, you look at your high school picture and you say, oh man, I wish I looked like that. It'll take you 10 years to get fat, so it's gonna take some time. Have patience. Love yourself, okay? This is Ray Salvo. My program is 1 set max. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. Okay? Love yourself. Make it happen.